Chosen ones, this message reaches you in a moment of greatest need. Right now, you stand on the precipice of everything you once believed was fixed and unchangeable, only to feel your heart beating in rhythm with an ancient call urging you forward. There's an urgency in the air, a storm of awakening that stirs deep within your bones. No more waiting in silence, no more passive acceptance. This is your rallying cry, your invitation to step boldly into the front lines of your own evolution. True revolution begins in the mind, but tonight it vibrates through every part of your being. You are a chosen one, and that title holds real power. When the walls of your old world tremble, you must decide whether to hold on to the remnants or march into the new dawn. Let courage take the place of doubt, for you are not here to be small. You are here to topple ancient shadows and seize the destiny that has been calling your name from the very start. If your soul resonates with this call, like this video, subscribe and comment 77 feet below to show that you are ready for the next stage of this unstoppable transformation. Chapter 1. A door. The one you've long feared is now opening. The days before your awakening may seem like a distant haze, as if life was unfolding behind a fog. But that fog is lifting. There's a door, one you've passed countless times, too afraid to even look at it. It leads into the unknown. Once you thought the unknown was a place of confusion, a vast chasm where you might lose your way, but the truth is far more remarkable. This door opens to the most authentic version of yourself, a force of nature capable of breaking through every limit. You, dear chosen one, are no stranger to challenge. Perhaps you sense you've come close to an extraordinary moment, but always turn back at the threshold. Not this time. The door that you refuse to touch now glows with a powerful inevitability. The tension in your chest, the flutter in your gut. That's not fear. That's the momentum of your spirit demanding to be let out. When you step through, the small illusions that once kept you stuck will crumble into dust. You'll see your reflection in new light, one that reveals not just your scars, but your potential. People may doubt you, wave your transformation off as a whim, but they do not understand the force gathering behind your ribcage. It's time to walk through without hesitation, to greet whatever lies beyond with unflinching courage. Let yourself be flooded by the sheer reality of this next chapter. Give it permission to set your old self ablaze so that the new you can rise. The first step is always the hardest because it asks you to surrender logic and embrace trust. But once you cross, everything changes. A door that once was a sentinel of fear becomes the gateway to your truest home. The invitation is here. All you must do is breathe, feel the pulse of your own power, and turn the handle. Chapter 2. The Call That Refused to Be Silenced. Feel the steady drumbeat behind your everyday routine. Have you noticed it? It's the quiet tapping of destiny, the persistent nudge that sneaks into your thoughts when your mind drifts. It arrives in subtle ways. A strange synchronicity, a chance meeting, a vivid dream that won't leave you alone. That's the call, the relentless whisper that insists you are meant for something grander than the life you've been settling for. It won't be hushed. It's the voice telling you that your soul's blueprint is not satisfied with the status quo, that you are a chosen one among those who dare to go deeper than the surface of existence. At times, you may have tried to ignore it, bury it beneath obligations and the day-to-day grind. Still, it haunts your quiet moments, reminding you that you are designed for more. The world is hungry for your power. The question is, will you answer? Stepping up to this call doesn't require you to be flawless. In fact, your scars make the message even more potent. You faced heartbreak, setbacks, and moments of crushing doubt. Yet here you are, standing with a fire in your eyes that refuses to be extinguished. The hardest part is the inevitable friction between your old self and the person you're becoming. Friends might pull back, unable to reconcile the new glow in your aura. Family could question your sudden determination, urging you to remain the person they've always known. Understand this. The call within you is older than any doubt they may voice. It's a cosmic bond between your soul and the grand tapestry that ties all things together. If you ignore it, you'll feel a lifelong ache, an emptiness that can't be filled by ordinary comforts. If you accept it, you will never be the same again. And that's exactly the point. Embrace the call, knowing it's not a smooth journey. It's an uphill climb where you shed every layer of unnecessary baggage. But with each step, the universe meets you. Halfway orchestrating events that confirm you are on the right path, every struggle becomes a signpost pointing you toward a destiny too luminous to ignore. So stand firm in the echo of that call. Answer it without apology. Once you do, you realize the call isn't just calling you out of your life, it's calling you into your life, fully, radiantly, unapologetically alive. Chapter 3. Where Shadows Meet. Light within every chosen one exists a tension between shadow and light. This isn't about moral perfection. It's the raw dance of contrast that shapes your evolution. Some days you wake up brimming with conviction, ready to set the world ablaze with your purpose. Other days you stumble into the heaviness of old doubts, thinking maybe you took on a task too big for you to handle. That tension is not a curse. It's the forge where your resilience is tempered. In the shadows, you learn what you're made of. In the light, you witness how far you can go. Your shadow self carries the weight of heartbreak, trauma, and regrets you might wish you could forget. But bearing them does not free you. True power is earned by confronting the darkness with open eyes, acknowledging the pain while refusing to be defined by it. The regrets, the losses, the nights spent wrestling with self-doubt, these are your sharpened weapons now. They remind you of your own courage, your capacity to endure and to grow. It's not about waging war on your shadow, but understanding that it's the reason you can fully appreciate the light. To stand in the union of both means to accept that you are both the storm and the sunrise. The storm is your fury, your determination to break chains that once bound you. The sunrise is your hope, the gentle mercy that holds out an olive branch to your own heart. They need each other, just as you need both aspects of your being to fuel this metamorphosis. Deny the shadow and you remain naive. Deny the light and you remain lost. Integrate them and you become unstoppable. Others sense disbalance, consciously or not. You might become a living testament that healing is possible, even in a world addicted to self-deception. You stand as a reminder that transformation doesn't happen through denial. It happens when you gather every broken piece and forge them into a masterpiece. That masterpiece is you, standing between shadow and light, refusing to abandon either side of your being. You are no longer in a stagnant cycle of guilt or fear. You have become the flame that illuminates every dark corner, turning the unknown into an ally. That, dear chosen one, is the kind of power that can shift entire destinies. Chapter 4. The Unseen Hand of Synchronicity. When you decide, truly decide, to embrace your status as a chosen one, uncanny events start to unfold. A book falls off the shelf at the exact time you need its message. An old friend appears, offering wisdom about a dilemma you've been quietly battling. You overhear a random conversation that sparks the very solution you prayed for the night before. This is synchronicity in motion, the cosmic signal that you're stepping in tune with the greater design. It's as though an unseen hand is rearranging the pieces of your life, guiding you toward the next right move at the perfect moment. You might be tempted to dismiss these occurrences as happy accidents or pure coincidence, but the more open you become, the harder it is to deny their purposeful nature. Each sign, each chance encounter feels like a breadcrumb dropped by the universe, urging you along the path of awakening. When you pay attention, you realize life is actively communicating with you, showing you that nothing is random. Every step, every breath, and every interaction is part of an intricate tapestry woven by both your intention and the pulse of a grander intelligence. Still, you must be vigilant. As your awareness grows, so does the pull of old patterns that try to keep you small. You might question your intuition, fall back into self-criticism, or disregard the signals as wishful thinking. That's when you have to lean into faith, not blind faith, but the kind forged through experience and observation. Once you've witnessed the synchronicities, felt them guide you from one revelation to the next, you start to trust their quiet language. You develop an inner compass that points not to what's merely comfortable, but to what's transformative. Each synchronistic moment is like a salve, healing the wounds of separation that once kept you convinced you were alone and unsupported. Now you see that the entire universe is conspiring to help you ascend. This shift is not about passively waiting for miracles. It's about engaging with life so that miracles become the natural outcome of your aligned actions. Stay curious, stay humble, and stay ready. The signals are always there, waiting for you to notice. And when you do, you'll realize that the life you've always imagined is already unfolding, step by harmonious step, under the watchful guidance of the unseen hand. Chapter 5. The Unbreakable Bond with the Divine. For as long as humanity can remember, we have sought meaning beyond the mere physical realm. We've looked to the stars, prayed to gods, and meditated to commune with the indescribable. This longing isn't just tradition, it's an internal magnet pulling us toward the divine source from which we all arose. As a chosen one, you feel it more intensely. You sense that every living moment is infused with a hidden spark of divinity, a direct line connecting you to a cosmic intelligence that transcends rational explanation. There may have been nights when you cried out for guidance, believing no one was listening. But the truth is, the divine is woven into your very being. It's in the breath you take each morning, and the silence that cradles you when chaos roars outside. This bond is unbreakable. Though it might sometimes feel distant or faint, the more you trust in your own sacred essence, the clearer this connection becomes. It's not about rituals or dogma. It's about living with the awareness that you are never truly alone, even in your loneliest hour. That golden thread of divinity vibrates with the power to uplift you. When you acknowledge this bond, your heart aligns with a force so expansive that your old limitations begin to dissolve. You discover that strength isn't something you must constantly muster. It flows naturally, fueled by an energy that permeates every cell of your body. Doubt and fear still visit, but they lose their dominion as you realize your life's challenges are not punishments, but catalysts for deeper faith. You learn that the divine doesn't shield you from hardship. It guides you through it, teaching you to transform adversity into wisdom. This bond also extends to every other living soul. Recognizing your own divinity allows you to see it in others, dissolving the illusion of separation. Compassion becomes a spontaneous act. You find yourself reaching out a hand to those still wandering in darkness because you remember what it felt like to be there. That's the beauty of being a chosen one. You're not chosen to hoard divine power, but to channel it in a way that uplifts everyone you touch. And every time you do, the bond intensifies, drawing you closer to the vast, benevolent source that sparkles in every atom of existence. Chapter 6. The Armor of Authenticity. A revolution is stirring in the depths of your soul. It's not the kind of revolution that topples monuments or hurls stones. It's the revolution of your own authenticity taking center stage. This armor is not forged of steel or iron. It's woven from the threads of your truest self, from the raw honesty you've been hesitant to claim. No one else can wear this armor for you. It must be self-fashioned, shaped by each courageous act of standing tall in your own truth. You may worry that stepping into authenticity will make you too vulnerable. In a sense, it does. It strips away the mask you've used to blend in or shield your deeper layers. But in their absence, you become more powerful than you've ever been. Real authenticity disarms your adversaries before they can even lift a blade. They cannot attack what they cannot grasp, and those who resonate with your genuine spirit will be drawn to stand beside you. In that moment, life transcends surface-level exchanges, transforming into a dance of rich connections and resonant truths. Yet authenticity comes with steep demands. It urges you to relinquish illusions you once clung to for safety. It may require changing careers, redrawing social circles, or confronting conflicts you've long evaded. Every time you choose to be genuine rather than conform, you add another gleaming layer to that armor. It grows brighter with each decision to align with who you truly are. In this armor, you march into trials you once fled, discovering a new invincibility, not because you're incapable of breaking, but because you no longer dread the idea of breaking. You've learned to trust your capacity to bend, adapt, and rebuild if need be. You refuse to play a role that society assigned. Instead, you embody the role your soul has scripted for you. That's the game changer in a world overflowing with falsehoods and half-truths. Even a single genuinely authentic being can ignite a movement. You become that spark, dear chosen one, and once lit by your own radiance, no external force can snuff out your flame. Do not be surprised if old acquaintances fail to recognize you. Authenticity can unsettle those who prefer the old script you followed. Yet this discomfort is the price of stepping fully into your power. When you honor your core truth, you forge not just an armor, but a beacon guiding others toward their own liberation. Your spirit, clad in authenticity, stands ready for whatever challenges lie ahead. Chapter 7. The Threshold of a New World. You can sense it, can't you? A pressure building, like distant thunder, signaling an imminent shift that the words can barely describe. This is the threshold of a new world, the moment before the first hint of light spills across the horizon. As a chosen one, you're not merely waiting. You stand with clenched fists and an open heart, determined to fight for a dawn you feel in your very marrow. No one said it would be simple. This awakening is not a gentle breeze, but a powerful current demanding your total commitment. The old world may try to tether you with fear, coaxing you to settle back into comfortable ignorance, but your spirit has awakened. Your eyes are too open to close again. Each breath brings the promise of revelations you once thought beyond reach. The seeming chaos around you isn't a call to surrender. It's the universe shaking the walls of complacency, urging you to step forward at last. Understand that you crossed this threshold, not just for your own sake, but for everyone who's ever felt trapped in a life that didn't mirror their core truth. You carry them in your heart as you stride into the unknown, lighting the way so they too can follow. Here, the prophecy of the chosen ones fuses with your personal resolve. When you say, "I'm ready," life answers by reconfiguring itself around your conviction. Strange doors appear and open. Setbacks transform into springboards, and your voice resonates with the clarity you've never experienced. You may not grasp the entire scope of what lies on the other side, but one certainty remains: all you need is already within you. The love you crave, the victory you hunger for, the liberty you yearn to breathe. They rise from the well of your own renewed soul. Pause on this brink. Feel the magnitude of this transformation washing over you. Sense that unwavering pulse that insists there's no going back. What you've been and what you're becoming collide at this threshold, birthing a fresh reality, not only in the world around you, but inside the core of who you are. Keep pressing onward. Keep your face lit. The greatest revelation has been waiting for you all along, poised to manifest in ways far more wondrous than any vision you've yet embraced. Of course, illusions and doubts will try to reassert themselves. The watchers of your past, those who questioned your potential, may reappear to cast shadows on your newfound conviction. Old patterns might whisper that you're not strong enough, that your path is too uncertain. Yet these voices grow weaker each time you take another bold step toward the horizon. With every resolution you make to trust your instincts, illusions scatter like dust before the truth you carry in your being. You might also feel the last pull of meltdown illusions, those internal narratives that once convinced you to stay small. They resurface at the exact moment you're poised to break free, hoping to drag you back into stagnation. Now, however, you recognize them for what they are, remnants of a past that can no longer hold you. Each meltdown illusion dissolves in the blaze of your ascendant will, revealing fresh possibilities where you once saw brick walls. Synergy forms in the wake of your unwavering stand, drawing like-minded souls into your orbit. Strangers may approach with uncanny insights, or friends who once seemed distant might suddenly align with your vision. This isn't a fluke. It's a response to the inner call you've answered. The more you embody your higher path, the more reality reshapes itself to support that journey. Obstacles become catalysts. Challenges morph into life lessons that refine your character. The synergy you create ripples outward, prompting others to awaken to their own callings, merging individual transformations into a collective emergence. Even so, stepping into the new world demands vigilance. Comfort zones are rarely eager to release you. Memories of old security might tug at your resolve. But the fire in your soul now outshines any flicker of second-guessing. You're too close to turn back. You've already glimpsed the brilliance that awaits. When illusions try to sow confusion, when watchers scrutinize your every move, when meltdown illusions tempt you to collapse, remember how far you've come. It's no accident you stand firm, your feet rooted, your heart pulsing with unstoppable life. Take a final look behind you, noticing how the path you once knew has already begun to shift. You've outgrown it. The threshold before you calls, glowing brightly like a guiding light. Step through it with certainty, knowing that the world you're about to enter is more than just a change in your personal circumstances. It's a cosmic invitation to help shape an era filled with truth and freedom. You are part of a wave that spans across time, shared by prophets, reformers, dreamers, and all those who dared to believe in a future better than the present. Feel the quiet hum in the air, the unspoken proof that something monumental is unfolding. Let that vibration strengthen you. You were chosen for this moment. Your perspective, your passions, your experiences, every part of your journey has prepared you for this time. And though you move forward with fierce independence, know that you never walk alone. Countless others, near and far, seen and unseen, walk beside you in spirit. Stand at this threshold with a steady heart. The unknown stretches ahead like an ocean at dawn, full of infinite potential, bathed in the hues of your deepest dreams. Step forward, cross into it. Let your soul reach out to meet the rising sun of this new reality. Because the moment you do, when you fully step into your role in bringing forth what's to come, no force can pull you back into the life of merely existing. You've claimed your place as a chosen one in an age ripe for renewal. Open your arms and welcome the new world, for it has been waiting for your bravery all along.